Lena loved to paint. She would spend hours with her brushes and watercolors, and everything she painted, from sweet, colorful candies to high-flying kites and even a smiling doll, would magically leap off the paper, becoming real and tangible right before her eyes. But one grey, rainy afternoon, a heavy boredom settled over her. She'd read all her favorite books, built towers with her blocks until they nearly touched the ceiling, and painted stacks of pictures. Still, a long, deep sigh escaped her as she sat by the window watching the raindrops race down the glass. She felt restless and utterly out of ideas. Just then, something sparkly rolled out from under her bed. It was a paintbrush, but not one she recognized. It had shimmering golden bristles and a wooden handle that seemed to hold a tiny galaxy within it. Lena picked it up, her curiosity piqued. Where had this come from? Carefully, she dipped its tip into her red watercolor paint and drew a small, simple ball on a fresh sheet of paper. As she finished the circle, something incredible happened. The red ball popped right off the page, perfectly round and bouncy, leaving a trail of shimmering golden dust as it bounced across her floor. Lena's eyes widened in disbelief. It was real magic. Overcome with excitement, she tiptoed to her bedroom door and quietly clicked the lock. This was a secret she had to keep. She painted a pile of delicious-looking candy, and poof, they appeared in a colorful heap on her desk. She painted a bright yellow kite with a long, flowing tail, and it instantly floated in the air before her. Just as she was about to paint a mountain of toys, a soft knock came from her door. "Lena, want to play?" It was her little brother, Tommy. Feeling possessive of her new secret, Lena quickly shouted, "I'm busy," and shoved the magical brush under her blanket just as Tommy pushed the door open. He wasn't discouraged. He walked over with a big smile, holding out his hand. "Okay," he said cheerfully. "I saved my last cookie for you." In his palm was a chocolate chip cookie with one small bite taken out of it. Lena looked at the cookie, then at her brother's hopeful face. A strange feeling flickered within her, but she just shook her head silently. Tommy's smile faded a little as he closed the door behind him. Later that evening, after dinner, Lena pulled out the magical brush again. She had a brilliant idea. She would paint a puppy, a real, live puppy, to be her very own. She dipped the brush into the brown paint and carefully drew the shape of a fluffy dog with floppy ears. She waited, her heart pounding with anticipation, but nothing happened. The brush felt different in her hand. Its vibrant galactic glow was gone, replaced by a dull, lifeless gray. Frustrated, she tried again. This time she painted a shiny new bicycle. Still nothing. She drew a magnificent 7-colored rainbow that should have arched across her room, but the paper remained flat and ordinary. Lena slumped onto her bed, clutching the useless brush. "Why won't you work?" she whispered to it, a lump forming in her throat. A heavy feeling of regret washed over her. "I should have shared you," she mumbled sadly. The next day, the rain had stopped. Lena sat by her window, watching Tommy play outside with the neighborhood kids. He was sharing his favorite toy truck, and a moment later, she saw him kneel down to help a little girl tie her shoelace. He was so kind, so generous, without even thinking about it. Watching him, Lena felt a spark of understanding. She knew what she had to do. She grabbed the dull grey brush and went to find her brother. She found him in his room, organizing his toy soldiers. Hiding the brush behind her back, she walked in quietly. "Tommy," she began, her voice a little shaky. As he looked up, she brought the brush out from behind her back. A small, genuine smile lit up her face. "I have something really special to show you," she said, "and I want to share it with you." Tommy's eyes widened, first at the brush, and then at his sister's kind expression. "Wow, can we try it together?" he asked, bouncing on his feet with excitement. Lena nodded, her heart feeling lighter than it had in days. They ran outside together, the brush held between them. They found a wide, empty patch of grass near the old willow tree. It was the perfect canvas. Lena took the brush first and, with a sweeping motion, painted a huge, winding slide. Tommy took his turn and painted a set of swings right next to it. She drew a spinning merry-go-round, and he added a bouncy trampoline. With each stroke they made together, the brush began to sparkle. First a faint glimmer, then a warm glow, until it was shining as brightly as a miniature sun in their hands. The magic was back, stronger than ever. Soon the whole village was drawn by the commotion. Children came running from every direction, their eyes wide with wonder at the magical playground that had appeared out of nowhere. Laughter and shouts of joy filled the air as they climbed the slide, soared on the swings, and bounced on the trampoline. Lena's heart swelled with a warmth she had never felt before. This happiness, this shared joy, was so much better than having a secret all to herself. Tommy stood beside her, watching the happy chaos. "See," he said with a grin. "Sharing really does make things better." Lena giggled, giving him a playful nudge. "Way better." That night, as they carefully cleaned their paints, Lena looked at the magical brush. Its tip was glowing with a steady golden light. It came back to life. She said softly, "I guess it just needed a little kindness to work." With a newfound wisdom, Lena found a special box and carefully placed the brush inside. On the lid, she wrote in big, bold letters, "For sharing only." From that day forward, every painting they made together with the magical brush sparked with pure joy and created endless magic for everyone to enjoy. Thanks so much for watching our story today. We hope it reminded you how wonderful sharing can be. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next adventure. See you soon.